Hey everyone, as you can see, Isa is in the background lurking here. She's trying to drop hints that it's time to take her a walk. Before I take her out though, I just want to talk about a few different cryptocurrency news stories. So I want to show you these news stories and then give you my opinion on them. I'll just put them all together in one delicious video. So the first one here is about the Trezor. This is a cryptocurrency hardware wallet that I reviewed a few weeks ago, and they've dropped the price. So you can see here they've dropped the price to €69. I think for that price, it's a bargain. But, you know, there's obviously a lot of alternatives out there, and, you know, not everyone wants to have a cryptocurrency hardware wallet. But, you know, I've actually got this version already, but when I bought it, it was called just the Trezor Black. This one was called. It was just called the Trezor, and she's bumping into me here. Yeah, I think it was, honestly, it was about a few days or maybe a week afterwards, they released a new version, and then they called this one the Trezor One. But I paid, I think it was like $120 or something. So, you know, they've only took it down about 25 euros or dollars, etc. It's not a massive reduction, but it does make it an even more value. I think it gives you even more value than it does before. I tested this recently and I compared it a lot to the Ledger Nano. And out of the box, the actual hardware wallets within, you know, the wallet itself, the Nano seems to support more currencies, whereas the Trezor, for a lot of Ethereum tokens and all that, whilst it's got great support, you have to use external wallets. That being said, I really love this. I think this is a lot quicker to use. It's a lot more user-friendly. The Ledger Nano looks more professional. The software looks more professional. But even just the login, when you're logging in with the Nano, you need to put the PIN code on the device and then you need to manually do it. Where with this, it gives you a number pad on your PC and then it corresponds to like a little number pad that shows you on the Trezor. It sounds like a little thing, but what that means is it's a lot quicker to authorize payments, it's a lot quicker to log in, and it's why you know, if you put the two of them side by side, yes, you know, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, but I would probably lean towards the Trezor more than the Nano, if I'm honest. So yes, if you're looking for a hardware wallet, it's been down in price, and yes, the new version is out there as well, but I think that's really good value for money. Now, the other story here is about a Bitcoin ATM. So there's a Bitcoin ATM that's arrived down in England. BitChain's plans to continue targeting rural UK. Now, this isn't a massive story on its own. You know, there's ATMs for cryptocurrency all around the world. But I thought it was quite significant because whenever I see these news stories about ATMs that offer cryptocurrency, I've seen a lot of the news stories being posted in Australia. I've seen a lot of them, you know, Dubai. I've seen a lot of them being posted, you know, ATMs being released in airports. But to be released locally in a small area in England, I think is quite significant. We haven't seen cryptocurrency being unleashed in the UK, certainly not from an ATM point of view. So I think, yeah, this isn't a massive story. It's not like they're rolling out 500 ATMs across the UK. It just seems to be one so far. But you know, from small seeds and all that, you know, this is a small step towards where everyone wants cryptocurrency to go, and maybe this will help adoption. And at the very least, even if this thing, you know, if this ATM isn't being used that often, it is in many ways a very good advertisement for cryptocurrency because people are going to see it and they're going to ask what it is and they're going to be curious about what it is. And you know, I think these kind of things are what lead to more adoption, and when more people using cryptocurrency, more people asking about it, more people learning about it. So yeah, on its own, it doesn't seem like a major story, but I was quite pleased to see that this is happening in the UK. Now, the other story here, this is a controversial controversial story, I guess. It's about PayPal. So Alex Jones has been banned by Apple, Facebook, Google, Twitter, basically everywhere, and he's been banned by PayPal now. Now, before I go on, you know, you can't talk about Alex Jones without putting an asterisk here. I don't like Alex Jones. I don't like, you know, the guy comes across as an a-hole. I don't like his views. I don't like, you know, all the, you know, his agenda, what he's trying to push out there. That being said, I must admit that the way that these larger social media websites and, you know, huge billion-dollar companies that are around the world, the fact that they've all got together to ban him and to silence him, you know, it's a little bit scary, if I'm honest. It just goes to show you how much influence these companies have. Now, the reason this is cryptocurrency related is that he's now going to look to accept cryptocurrency instead of PayPal. So if you read the story, it talks about, I don't know what it's here. Having learned of the impending ban, supporters of InfoWars began urging the site to accept cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. So that kind of makes sense. In this situation, this is where, you know, cryptocurrency steps in, and it means you don't have to go through a company like PayPal or, you know, a bank or anyone else who will say, no, you can't receive money. And again, I cannot stress how much I'm not a fan of this guy. You know, his views are the complete polar opposite of my views. But that being said, you know, there's other people out there as well that have got, in my opinion, extreme views, whether it be on the left or the right. And I don't know, it's just kind of, it's quite scary how aggressive that, you know, these companies have went after him and silenced him and taken away his right to publish material and all that. And I don't want to get into a big debate. As I said, I don't like the guy. I don't like what he's trying to push. And I do realise that certain views, you know, it's kind of a grey area whether something is extremist or not. But as a content creator, it is a stark reminder that you are playing by their rules. And, you know, and I've seen this myself with YouTube. I've seen this myself where you've basically got no option. They can remove a video and you can say what's going on and they don't reply to your email. There's no phone number. And there's basically, you know, they are judge, jury and executioner. If they don't want your video to be there, if they don't want you to be there, then there's nothing you can do. And it doesn't matter whether you've got 100 subscribers, 1,000, 1 million. It doesn't matter. If one of these websites determines that for whatever reason they don't want you there, then you're gone. And for me, that's scary. But again, this is why cryptocurrency, and it's why the blockchain could be so influential and so important in the future. So yeah, it's it wasn't really a cryptocurrency story there, but I suspect that this guy will start accepting cryptocurrency. I'm sure Alex Jones will. It seems to be the most logical step for him to, you know, continue to make money. So the last story here, this is something that I thought I would share as well. Now, I won't show you the full video here because it's 2 minutes long. But I saw this today on Reddit, and you can see the title here. I bought my first crypto. I have bought my first crypto. Right, that's why it's thrown me. I bought my first crypto 2 years ago. Haven't sold anything and been very active ever since. However, this is the first time I've had someone contact me trying to scam Bitcoin off of me for educational purposes. And as a reminder, I thought I'd post this for newcomers to always be careful. You know, I misspeak in my YouTube videos quite a lot, and I don't correct it because, hey, it's the way I talk and it's the way a lot of people talk. But see, when you read something like this and there's so many grammatical errors, it just makes me look like an idiot. Anyway, right. I'll start playing a video in the background here. So basically, he had, you know, the profile picture is 2 girls, but they sent him these, you know, can you help me out? Do you understand cryptocurrency? I have an offer for you. Will you register on the exchange? I will transfer you money. Now, why is this interesting? Well, this goes on a lot. I actually was asked about this the other day. Now, I'm not saying if you're watching the video and it was you that contacted me, I'm not saying you're a scammer. I'm certainly not, but I have been approached many times. I've said, hey, I've seen your YouTube channel. You seem like you're a fair guy. You're not going to rip anyone off. Could you, you know, withdraw funds from me? Could you deposit for me? Could you do this for me? I send you money and then you send it to someone else? I'm like, no. And like, oh, come on, listen, I'm sorry. I don't want to handle your funds. I don't want to handle anyone's funds. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's funds but my own. And he was understanding about it, but perhaps that was a scam, perhaps not. But it just shows you how it works. Now, in this instance, what they were saying was you can withdraw the money and you will leave yourself 30%. Now, right away, if anyone approaches you and say, hey, we'll give you 30%, alarm bells should be ringing. And I was offered, you know, I think I was offered like 0.5 Ethereum the other day when that person approached me. And it's one of those things, it's a judgment call whether you think it's a scam or not. But I was like, regardless of whether it's a scam or not, I'm not interested. But this is the kind of thing they'll say, you know, and it just goes to, you know, goes to show that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. And saying, you know, you will send me 0.7, you can have 0.3. You know, it's, yeah, alarm bells should be ringing. You should be cautious. I said I wasn't going to show the whole video and it's playing in the background now. So basically they're saying register now and all that and register in the wallet. And you can see here, I was just about to withdraw your Bitcoin and now it says I need to deposit first 0.01 Bitcoin. And herein lies the twist. Herein lies the scam. They want you now to deposit to this website. And you can see here that if I make that bigger, is that making it bigger? Probably not. When I make that full screen, you maybe see it better, but you know, I'll leave a link so you can check it out. But when you make it bigger, you can see the full ticket, and you can see that this is where the scam comes in. They've obviously sent it to an exchange which isn't safe. I have no money. All my money is left on the site. What should I do? Can you make a deposit? Well, I can, but you have to cover for it first. Send me 0.1. I have no money. All my money's on this site. So this person that was asking for help saying, listen, all my money's there. I can't give you the deposit money. And he's saying I won't deposit it. I don't have any money at all. I'm a poor man. So even just that, I'm a poor man. The profile picture is 2 women. More alarm bells. I mean, it's kind of obvious from the start there's something wrong here, and you know, there should be alarm bells. But Terry and the same, I'm a poor man. Can you help me? So now I do realize there's a lot of people watching this, and there's a lot of people thinking, well, if you fall for this, you know, you'll deserve to lose money. But this is how it works. A lot of them make it look like it's plausible that it could happen and all that. But this is how it works. It always comes across as innocent. And then the twist is that you have to send money first, and then you get to keep it. And it's kind of similar in some ways to what's happening on Twitter, where, you know, it's like, hey, we'll send you 1 Ethereum, but first send us 0.1. And you're like, really? And it sounds so obvious that it's scam. That is a scam, because it is a scam. But people fall for it, and these people were making tens of thousands of dollars per month. And I do think that, you know, as cryptocurrency goes more mainstream, which is, you know, what I was touching upon with the ATM, we will see more scams like this. And you should never underestimate how much greed can make, you know, influence someone's decision and make them forget what's rational and what's obviously a scam. You know, when they think, hey, I can make some money here, and I don't really have to do anything. But yeah, obvious, don't register on an exchange for anyone. Don't deposit any funds. Don't, you know, do anything like that. The guy the other day was actually asking me to share my know your details. That's, you know, alarm bells. And yeah, very, very dodgy. And these kind of scams are going on a lot. So you have to be very careful about it, especially if you do have a Twitter or Facebook account or any kind of account where, you know, someone sees you and you're visible. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this look at some various stories. I will post links to all of these articles so you can check them out. Give me your views on one or all. And have a great day, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Cheers, guys.